Another reason why you know that this ritual was about America is because we see Samuel L. Jackson come out in an Uncle Sam outfit, right? So it's a play on Samuel L. Jackson, Uncle Sam. He's representing America. And the reason why that this theme is about America is because they're trying to induce or complete their race war plan. The race war plan has been edged on ever since well, okay, I guess we're back. We're back like we never left, right? Okay, so we're going to talk about Super Bowl rituals, right? With this year's Super Bowl with Kendrick Lamar. And I'm just going to jump right into it. We don't have no time to be playing games or wasting. Okay, so I don't know where along the lines that we forgot that they use a lot of major events to do subliminal rituals, right? They've always done this, but I guess we've forgotten. They've done this as far back as I can remember with Beyonce. Her Super Bowl ritual was for the women empowerment. We've seen this happen with Madonna. We've seen this happen with The Weeknd and countless of other celebrity acts at the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not saying that all celebrities that perform at the Super Bowl are in on the rituals, but the stage design, the performance, the outlay, that all has to be approved by the NFL, has to be greenlit, and it's greenlit for a reason. Now, we're going to talk about subliminal messaging. We're going to talk about how hypnosis works. And just to dive into that real quick, hypnosis works with light and sound. So anything that comes across your two pupils with light and sound could potentially program you, okay? It's a very old hypnosis trick, and that means that anything that's on our smart device, our computers, our desktops, our televisions is a program. If you're not careful, you could be programmed. Now, here's the thing. We think that one show is a program, like, I don't know, the Super Bowl or reality TV. No, every time you turn on your device, it's all one story. You separate it like you're watching different things, but everything that you see is part of a ongoing program. That means commercials, shows, movies, social media, everything is all one thing. It's not separate, but you compartmentalize it because that's how it's presented. Not your fault. So let's jump into the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was on a Sunday, of course, like all Super Bowls. And what is Sunday? Sunday is the day of the sun, also known as Christ Day. Remember, Kendrick is the Christ figure. He projects himself as the Christ figure, as a savior figure, and a freedom figure. All right, let's not forget. So let's take a look at the date. The date of the Super Bowl is February 9th, 2025. We're dealing with a 2. We're dealing with a 9. We're dealing with a 2 and a 5. So that's a 2 and a 9. That's 11. 11 plus 7 is 18. 18 simplified is 9. 9 is completion. So we're dealing with a completion energy. All right, we're dealing with a completion energy. So it is also the 9th day of the month. It's a completion energy, and it's also Black History Month. That is very key and very imperative to pay attention to as we move along through this breakdown of the Super Bowl ritual with Kendrick Lamar. All right, one of my favorite artists of all time. So this isn't to knock Kendrick. This is just how I metaphysically observed and broke down that whole ritual that we just seen. Now, I'm not saying that Kendrick was in on it. Who knows? And one thing that we have to keep in mind, Kendrick's career is very methodically planned out. If you look at his albums sequences from Good Kid to Pimp a Butterfly to Untitled, Mr. Morale, so on and so forth, what he's putting out there is he's a kid from the city of Compton. He got into the industry. He brings his homies along. They see all this crazy stuff. They don't know how to act. They wild out. This is depicted in all of his albums. He's inside the industry. He's not of the industry. And he's telling you the story from inside the industry all the way out. And you see that play out in the performance. All right. So the New Orleans Stadium, right, is also the home where Katrina happened.
The people that could help are at war right now, fighting another way, and they've given them permission to go down and shoot us.
The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Okay, so this is not an accident. This is very much so done on purpose. And the reason for that is because we're seeing Kendrick as a savior figure, and we're dealing with the ghosts of the black people that may have passed away in New Orleans, and those who were housed inside of the Dome Stadium there. Kendrick is there performing his Freedom Revolution mantra. That's what this is. This is a Freedom Revolution mantra, and the whole point of all of this is
always rapping like you about to get the slaves free.
The whole point of all of this is America. America is the theme of this whole ritual, and I'll get to that in a minute. So 20 years passed from Katrina, from 2005 to 2025. We're revisiting Katrina in a different way with that two energy, wisdom, the energy of wisdom. All right. Kendrick shows himself as the Christ figure. Kendrick shows himself as King Kunta. King Kunta is Kendrick's moniker. Okay. He calls himself King Kunta for a reason, because to him, he is a slave that is breaking free and defying the slave owners. Now, this is very imperative, because when you look at what the Super Bowl represents, the Super Bowl represents, masters and slaves, because the owners own the players. No matter how much you pay them, they work for them almost in a slave-like manner, because they can't do things, they can't speak their mind, they can't kneel. Let's not forget that not too long in the distant past,
King Kunta, everybody want to cut the legs off.
The NFL was under fire because of all the violence against black people, and we really wasn't rocking with it, and we was boycotting, and players was kneeling, but the owners told, get your ass up off your knees and you play that game. And that's what happened, right? That's what happened. People shut the fuck up and played the game. So remember Colin Kaepernick? Remember, we was not rocking with the NFL. Then Jay-Z came along and said, it's all good. And we forgot all about it. Just like how we forgot that Super Bowl performances are rituals. We forgot? No, we ain't forgot. I ain't forgot. So let's get it. Another reason why you know that this ritual was about America is because we see Samuel L. Jackson come out in an Uncle Sam outfit, right? So it's a play on Samuel L. Jackson, Uncle Sam. He's representing America. And the reason why that this theme is about America is because they're trying to induce or complete their race war plan. The race war plan has been edged on ever since maybe 2015, but came to a boil in 2016. No, actually way before 2015, with all the police murders of black people. They've been trying to incite black people to go ahead and set it off, because it ain't gonna be complete until we set it off, right? Because they've already riled up the Caucasians with Trump, so they got their chest out. Now they've riled up the Latinos, right? with the deportation thing. And one thing about the deportation thing, I've talked to a lot of Latino friends of mine, and they are, in a panic state, for their loved ones, because they're going off of what they see on TV. Yes, I see it too, but I've never seen it in real life, right? I've never seen it in real life, and I don't think they've seen it in real life, because I've asked them. I said, so do you know anyone that's been deported? No one I know knows anyone that's actually been deported. When I say, do you know of someone personally that's been deported? Do you know of stories of a distant family member that's been deported? And no one knows, but they see it on TV. And this is what we call propaganda. And propaganda is something that's used by the media. This is a German tactic that's used by the media on the public to cause hysteria or to shape train of thought, right? Okay, so let's keep it pushing. So you got the Europeans, the Caucasians, that's a difference, right? You got the Hispanics on edge, and all you need to do is light the fire of the quote unquote melanated blacks in this country and just set everybody against each other and let the shit blow up. And I'll tell you why that's going to happen at the end of this. So as you peep game, right? Like, might have to ask if you peep game, right? If you peep game, everything keeps getting hinted out as black people. Now you're American. This is the whole point of the Kendrick ritual. You see the red, white, and blue dancers. This is not on accident. This could have represented, Kendrick could have said, hey, I'm going to represent, Crips and Bloods, because if Pyrus and Crips all got along, they probably want me dead by the end of the song. Yes, that could have been Kendrick's point. But yes, remember, everything has to get greenlit, right? Everything has to get greenlit by the powers that be. They got to give the head nod that it's okay to do it. So the red, white, and blue thing plays right into the subconscious programming with the lights, colors, and sound, right? Remember, that's how you program, by hypnosis. Lights, red, white, blue, sound, Kendrick Lamar, revolution. In fact, at some point, Kendrick says the revolution is about to be televised. He says this right before he does, not sure what song it is. I think it's right in the beginning. He says the revolution is about to be televised. And this is a very old revolutionary saying from the 70s, back in the days of the Black Panthers and things like that. Also, like I said, this is one big show. So you're not just being programmed by the Super Bowl, you're being programmed at all times. And I'm going to give you another key component that kind of plays into this. In the new Captain America commercial, with, what's the boy's name? Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie is now the new Captain America. So now Captain America is now black. Here's again, America, black people, you're part of it. Let's ride. Right, they're amping you up. And in the commercial, there's a Kendrick song playing in the background. Ironically enough, there's no such thing as coincidence. You got to remember, you're dealing with people who understand your psyche better than you, right? Okay, so there's a Kendrick song playing in the back, and I can't remember what song it is, but it says something to the effect of, this is a new war, or this is a new something. See, remember, you're being programmed with sound, lights, and colors. Program. This is one big show, not just the Super Bowl. The Eagles actually winning the Super Bowl is, again, programming into the heart chakra, because they're green, the color is green, programming into the heart chakra that this is America. This is America. The bald eagle is the sign of America. The Eagles won. You feel that. The black quarterback wins over the mulatto, mixed breed, half breed, right? Cool, whatever. Gotcha. So, tapping into the green chakra. It's Black History Month. You got the ghosts of Katrina that Kendrick is rallying up and pulling their energy in and revolutionizing the whole energy of Black people. Because remember, Kendrick is a savior of the slaves. Even Drake said,
Always rapping like you about to get the slaves free.
right? One thing about the layout of the performance was a game. Samuel Jackson kept telling Kendrick, or asking Kendrick, do you know, or are you sure you know how to play the game?